Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you guys. I appreciate your support. I have been taking these readings a little slower. This energy coming through, it's been coming through, but it's at, I feel like a peak right now. It's really asking us to release those things that are toxic in our lives. Whether this is relationships, toxicities, behaviors, addictions, anything that's not bringing you closer to your spirit, your soul, you guys. Anything that's not in alignment with your energy. And we're seeing things falling away, tower moments, the wheels turning, a lot of good things getting ready to come in for those that are honoring their hearts, you know. Honor your heart, honor your deep, intuitive, higher knowing. So I am just kind of going with it here. We're going to get one of these guys to start this reading out. There's been more than one coming out occasionally, so I'll just take what comes out, but looks like you guys got one. Oh, this is a beautiful card. This is angelic support. I believe that's Haniel 45. Oh, planting seeds. Give and receive the grace of acceptance, even when the balance of its existence may not be understood by those around you. So this is definitely saying there is something here that can be challenging to accept. And this has been an energy, you guys. Acceptance, grace, understanding that we may not understand everything we're going through, or everything we've been through, or every tower moment, everything, you guys. But it's just being graceful and trusting the process and understanding that the way we react to anything that we initially don't want to accept or have a hard time accepting, it's about our perception. It's about the way we're seeing it. Okay. And it says, seeing things from it says, this can be a challenge for some because instinctively we want to react to a situation. So this is also about not reacting, but definitely because we're seeing it through our perspective. It says, however, we are all each uniquely different. So it is the wrong way if it doesn't match up with our terms and concepts about life. The answer is not necessarily so when confusion exists, allow a gentle understanding to lead the way. I love that to start out this reading because it's really saying, you know, there's so much beautiful stuff that we I love this too because I think this came out in, I think it was Cancer's reading too. And that's interesting because Capricorn is opposite of Cancer and it's very important that we embrace this. It says, next time when walking through the wondrous garden of many blossoms, absorb all the glory in its purest form, because even wildflowers leave behind delicate blooms in the most unexpected places. Some will rip them from the ground while calling them weeds. We may not understand why some people are accepting of other people and nature and the nature of everything, and some people don't. But we can handle ourselves with grace and acceptance. And I get that Empress energy from this card. So it's very Empressy. It's very accepting. It's very nurturing. It's very loving. It's not trying to change anything. It's just accepting and graceful as it observes things that are different or could be deemed wrong, and maybe not saying they're right or wrong. They're just meant to be, and they're meant to grow into what they're meant to grow into, and it could be something really, really beautiful. So I am getting that. It says, they all look beautiful in my eyes. Even the rose, so enticing, will prick my finger. So that is that energy coming through there. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these here. Get this. Whoop, let's get that. Go within. So this is about getting in alignment, going within, aligning yourself innerly, outerly. It's kind of it's also gaining clarity on something. Seeing something clearly, like maybe something that is hard to understand or something that may be deemed wrong or whatever. And it's like looking at it differently and gaining a lot of clarity within yourself about it, how you feel. And we have to understand also, you know, I talk about feelings a lot because feelings have played a huge part in my life, and how I handled my feelings is a whole nother ball game, you guys. But that's very important. We have feelings. We have feelings about everything. But when we observe those feelings and we accept that they're there, but we don't act on them because we understand they're there for a reason to teach us something, and it's usually about ourselves. It is. It's usually it goes deep down into ourselves. Everything goes deep down to ourselves. Wake up call. Listen and take note. So this is a really strong energy coming in saying, listen to this message and listen to what's calling you to either accept it, find grace in something, maybe be more graceful, maybe be more still to gain clarity in some part of your life here. If this is your reading, if not, don't make it fit, you guys. But let's get one more of these. It feels like judgment. It feels like it's time to make that call for yourself. Ooh, nice. Cup of replenishment. I love that. Replenishing yourself. Maybe with a very self-love, a lot of self-love, and maybe love just coming out instead of judgment, which is interesting because we got that. You're being like, listen and take note. This is a wake-up call. Something here is saying, hey, go within. Look at this clearly. There's a feeling here of getting this replenishment within, not from something outside. And clarity. Let's get 3 of these here. So I hope everybody's doing well. This energy's been crazy intense. And sometimes it's hard to observe. It's hard to be graceful, you guys. It's hard to accept some things. It's just this energy has been really rough at times here. We got the heart of the sky right under the clarity. Go within. That's beautiful. I love that energy. And then we got this spiral reversed under the wake-up call. Could be something you're continually doing, like a cycle that you can't seem to get out of, or you can't seem to let go of something or accept something. There seems to be that kind of feeling here. Let's see what this cup of replenishment is. Oh. And all of this has really went into big time action since the full moon. That's I was feeling it before, but I know everybody was feeling this, been feeling this in some way, some aspect of their life, some part, whether it's work, home, relationships, family, or just this inner tower shake up to rebuild that inner foundation that we have. And we got the rainbow here under the cup of replenishment. So let's start with this clarity card, you guys, and get the little, I'm not reading these whole things, but it says you seek clarity now on something that's bothering you and making you feel out of balance. It could be something that you're not finding acceptance in. That's what I am getting. And it says a state of tranquility is needed where we can stop and allow our spiritual guides to connect with us. And it helps us to hear them and feel their love for us. Slowly and deeply breathe in this blue ray to fill your entire body, and then breathe it out. Surround yourself with this aquamarine light and feel held and supported and lifted out of your worries, concerns, or stress. Just allow them to dissolve and let go. I love that. Clarity cannot be found in hectic, frantic states of being. It is found by giving yourself permission to stop, breathe deeply, and center yourself. Spend time in silence, free of distractions, no phone, nothing, just you in your heart, in your mind, having a dialogue, having a conversation about what you need to honor, where you guys can come together to be in alignment, to come to an agreement within yourself. That's what I'm getting. It says, it returned to the simplicity of listening to your own heartbeat and your own breath, slowing everything down to a point of deep serenity where clarity can be found. Don't push for answers or solutions. It may be that much is still to be revealed or played out in the situation or relationship that you inquire about. Realize you will be given what you need for now. And that might be a time to reflect, you might be feeling like you were having a lot of alone time these days, or a lot of time to yourself, and it's time to just utilize that. It's getting given to you so that you can find clarity in yourself, and allow it to aid and help you reach diamond clarity whenever you need it. It is here waiting for you. I love that. Look at this wake-up call. Let's just go over here real quick. And it relates to Pluto and rebirth, and Pluto just went direct today, and it's direct in Capricorn. And we all know, if you do astrology or anything like that, it's going to be going into Aquarius this next year, but I think it's fully in Aquarius, maybe in 2020, end of 2024 or 2025. I'd have to go check notes on that, but it's a wake-up call programmed to make us sit up and take notice of our spirit, of what is calling to you from within, listening to your spirit. You've been aware for some time that something needs to change, and it could be maybe a judgmental attitude. Maybe there's a need to accept, find acceptance for other people, maybe different religions, different politics, different everything, maybe completely different, completely opposite, to find some kind of meeting ground, maybe within too. Is that thunder? Wow. Hold on just a second. Cool. I didn't realize there was going to be a storm tonight. And I've been walking a lot during the day, but I guess I wasn't paying attention to unless it just came on kind of sudden, but I wasn't paying attention to storm. So that could be something, it could feel stormy right now. And also in this judgment, as I'm reading this, there's a storm in the background of this. Lightning, and it's like something's calling to you to wake up to something here within. Oh, this is powerful. It says you may also see numbers, particularly 1111, and I just got 1222. But yeah, it's you may be feeling lightning strikes around you, wondering how long you can stay out of the storm without getting more wounded than you already are. You have wounds that are raw from having stayed too long, tried too much, and reached a dead end. It's time for a different approach. There's nowhere to go except into surrender. So there could be something you need to surrender here. Now, I do feel like this could be some kind of acceptance, maybe an acceptance of an end of a situation, or acceptance of something that you need to shift within yourself to feel more at peace with something. Metatron reaches out his arms to help carry you with grace to the next stage of your journey. As the call by you is heeded, the skies lighten, the golden rays come back to you, and the light pierces the darkness to reveal a new vision, a new life, and a new possibility. Wake-up calls can be both individual, affecting our day-to-day life, and collective, entwined with raising global consciousness. Awesome. Okay, let's go to the 16, because this does feel like that new cup of replenishment. Are you in touch with your golden state that lies within? And this is about getting in touch with that inner love, the deep psyche, the deep feelings, the deep stuff, you guys. It says this is the place of divine truth and light where your soul resides. As you prepare for initiation into Archangel Metatron's sacred circle of light, allow any heaviness to dissolve that prevents this. Anything that's making you feel like you can't get out of a hole or a thought process or something, just let it go, let it dissolve. Reach for this cup when you feel weary or in difficulty. And I always feel this as like God, like love, like divine love, reaching for that when we need it the most. And we always have that little bit in us that stays protected, and we need to nurture that more so it's nice and full when we need it and when others need it. We don't want to deplete ourselves or make it so heavy that we cannot receive the love and the guidance that's coming in for us, and the comforts. That's another message. But it says you feel your solar plexus being replenished. The solar plexus is the I will. So if there's something you're like, I will do this, I will get out of this like cycle, or I will get out of this hole, or I will go within and connect with myself on a deeper level, something like that, you guys. It says here we see a single cup, which also symbolizes true love, particularly if partnered in a spread with 6. We don't have that. Of course, I did only pull 3 of these cards, but it says the golden infinity symbol also links to soulmate union. So this could have something to do with a soulmate union, a twin flame union. This has been another thing. I don't do relationship messages. I really don't. But we have so many relationships in our life. But this round of readings has really been focusing on relationships. Our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with others, and especially these really strong soul connections that are here to help grow us and teach us. They may not always even realize that that's what they're here doing. You may not even realize you've done this for somebody else, or you're everybody's a catalyst. Everybody's energy is working to transform things around them by transforming and aligning inside. That's another message. But it says both are being highlighted at this time, the twin flames and the soulmate union. So if you've been thinking about this, It says, this cup here offers communion with another, a meeting of minds, bodies, and souls blessed by spirit. I love that. There's something here that you may need to accept, that this is maybe a really strong connection that's here to teach you, here to guide you. Maybe you need to go within and accept this really, it's a really, maybe, a lot of people don't believe in like twin flames, soulmates. Sometimes people don't even believe in souls, but if you're watching this kind of stuff, you probably do. So, but, it's definitely saying, wake up to this. This is something very powerful here. Let's go to this heart of the sky real quick. 24. I had to open my window to get a little of that fresh air, and I love storms, you guys. So, and at this point in time in the energy, it's just really nice and befitting. It's just cleansing. It just feels good. The heart of the sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation, for God. And that is what this clarity and going within and this diamond refining light is. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist, all guided by the heart of the sky. Set your intentions ethically and clearly, and allow the universe to take care of the details. Let's read this spiral real quick. The spiral announces a descent into the depths and a rebirth. And this is under the wake-up call. It says, allow nothing to get in the way of this process. If you are working on accepting something, maybe loving something, yourself, another, and you are, you're right there. Don't allow something to pull you away from it, whether this is ego, external circumstances, even behaviors of others, you guys. Don't let it pull you away from what you know is right and what you're being led to. It says, at this allow nothing to get in the way of this process. It's a rebirthing process. As this time is right and the forces of nature are supporting you in this endeavor. And we got a storm going on, which is nature, going with this judgment call, with this spiral underneath. Yeah, there's something really calling you into place here. It says, using stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral around you and walk into it and through it at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. And it could be an acceptance of releasing things too, you guys. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. I love that. And let's go to this rainbow real quick. I had a little more energy to do readings tonight, so I am grateful for that, because I've been using a lot of my energy to walk, and like I said, just trying to take care of yourself, guys. Showering, walking, trying to eat right, feeling these feelings, going through this energy with acceptance, and also this feeling of like really trust in the process, trust in what's happening right now. And it's really hard if you got a lot of feels chaotic or turmoil stuff going on around you, but it's really asking you to leave what you don't want in the middle, leave it behind, and step back out without it. After this energy moves through, whatever we are left still standing and holding is what we have. So keep what you want, release what you don't. It says all gifts are at hand. Oh, excuse me. The rainbow tells you at the end of the storm is near. Persevere and remember that it is darkest right before the dawn. Do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. And that's what this cup of replenishment too, like something really good getting ready to happen here. This could be you could be about ready to give up, maybe on a soulmate connection, maybe on a twin flame connection. And it's saying acceptance is one of the keys to, maybe the key to flipping this around. Maybe you need to accept somebody as they are, or accept that there's just a bigger picture, and bringing like that divine love to the situation and acceptance. There's a feeling here of higher knowing, trusting in the process. And it also says they're about to take a positive turn. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of dawn, even while the night is still dark. So it's like that right in between, you guys. It's not complete. You're out of the complete shadow part, but you're not quite in the light yet. It's just, but you can feel it. It's, I've been feeling this, and I'm sure it has something to do with Pluto, and I'm absolutely positive, but for years, like, I started feeling this huge transformation through Pluto. Strongly 4 years ago, but it's just getting really clear that there's things we need to release, things that are holding us back, things that are stifling our spirits, things that we are not honoring within ourselves. Maybe it's our love. Maybe it's our love for self. Maybe it's our love for each other, you guys. We need to love each other. And just because you love somebody doesn't mean you have to be around them. It doesn't mean you have to tolerate rotten behavior. But you do need to accept that everybody's going through a process right now. And there's a lot happening. And a lot of good can just, I mean, like flip quick. And if you think about your own transformation and you kind of look at others, it's like, if I can go through a huge shift like that in a year or two, and it's really a whole life, but like you get those loud, like, I don't know, like mine was like, seriously, within like 3 months after I listened to my wake up call, and I was forced, and you know, it always says, you know, you want to catch God on a whisper, not a shout. And I always seem to figure out the shout. And it's okay. But if you can get that energy in a whisper and kind of honor it and cherish the shifts, show grace and gratitude and acceptance for what's happening, it's going to be a lot more pleasant of a transition and transformation for you. Be true with your intentions. And know that do not claim victory yet or let your guard down fully. So don't say, oh, I got this in the bag. You know, I got the rainbow. I got the gold cup here. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. I am getting that message, but definitely set your intentions and be open to the process that's happening right now. Something good. It feels like it's really coming in, and it's coming in pretty fast, you guys. I am getting that. So let's go ahead and get one of these for you guys. And we'll read this at the end, but I am going to pull a few tarot. And there it is. Okay. What do we got? Conscious. This awakening, this wake-up call. We are going to, and this has that reflective energy in it too, and Sagittarius's reading just had that also. Interesting. One's looking through their third eye, and one is looking through their physical eyes. It's like, almost I'm getting like, also like, you may be seeing something and needing to accept that something might not be what it looks like, or it might not, like, seeing both ways, physically and through your third eye, is going to bring something together here. There's something here. I will read that here in a second, but I love that. There's this reflective, but yet they're looking at two different ways. They're maybe looking at the same thing, two different ways, and yet still there's this connection, this crown chakra connection happening here that's bringing them into a higher awareness or higher consciousness. Let's see. Let's get one for this clarity and this heart of the sky. Trusting in that divine energy coming in through you. You are a part of it. It is a part of you. And really accepting and having, it's going to help gain clarity. Something much bigger picture here happening. Nice. Let's get that. Oh, 8 of Swords. Okay. I release myself from self-influenced inflicted binds. So if there's something you are keeping yourself away from, like maybe gaining clarity or accepting something, it's like you're only stopping yourself from answering this call or going towards something that's better or whatever this is, you guys. Let's get one for this wake-up call and this spiral. Under this wake-up call, listen and take note. Release something, leave it. If you don't want it, leave it. If you want it, take it with you. Set your intentions. You got that King of Wands. This is such a spiritual energy, you guys. It's such a spiritual energy. It says, I'm successful in all I do. You can do this. This is encouraging. This is spiritual. This is powerful. This is confidence. This is also solar plexus. I will leave behind what no longer serves me. I will stop staying disconnected from my higher knowing of something that could seem maybe unreal to people or maybe not be accepted by others, or may be looked at even as unacceptable. But it is acceptable. There's something here. There's that acceptance that just keeps coming through, and it's needed, strongly needed right now. It's like, I will accept that this is my calling, or this is my duty, or this is my, you know, my passion, my purpose. I'm feeling that too. Let's get one for this rainbow and this gold cup of replenishment. I love it. I do love those two cards together, especially. We got that Four of Pentacles. I trust I'm always safe and protected. This is also about investing. To me, it's always about, okay, so these are all the security things, okay? This is the secure material stuff. This is our resources. This is our, you know, it's everything that we find security in the material world. But it's also like you can be overprotective and not open up yourself to blessings or other things that aren't material because you feel like it could shake your foundation or your security in the material world. And it's just saying, trust that this isn't going to influence your security or your stability. Security, stability, structure, and it's like, yes, security, stability, structure, and I always look at it as like needing to invest yourself in something here too. There's this feeling of maybe being afraid to, like, something here, accepting that something's part of you or part of your path, or it could like just, it doesn't feel like, oh, tangible or secure. But it's saying trust that you're safe and protected as you enter into maybe an energy here that feels a little unstable. And then we got that Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, you guys. I trust whatever the universe brings to me. This has been a huge energy, this Wheel of Fortune. It's like stuff's coming in, stuff's shifting, stuff's changing, and we need to trust this process so much right now, you guys. And it's so hard in our human, what we've deemed ourselves, what we want, blah, but when you really sit back and you're honest with yourself and you think about it, what do you really, really want? And you will get what you want, okay? Because that is, when you put your energy into something, it will come. Let's see, we got that. Okay, let's see here. We got this. Nice. You know, this energy really took it's been kicking, it's kicked in hard since this full moon we just had. And the moon has come in every reading, at least in one card, showing itself as full and bright. Also, this one's also a little more, there's a little more of the black, right, on this moon than there is the white. And we do have that eclipse coming up here on the 14th. And I believe it is, I think it's a solar eclipse. Can't remember if it's the lunar or solar, but wait. I want to say it's lunar and then solar, or is it solar then lunar? I don't know. I'd have to check that out, you guys. But it's big shifts with those nodes. And one's going to be in Taurus and one's going to be in Libra. So that's really powerful. And it's the lunar one's going to be in Taurus and the solar one's going to be in Libra. So, or I mean, yes. So it's a lot, you guys. It's big energy. 107, and this eclipse energy, you'll hear a lot of readers and a lot of astrologists say it doesn't just go away. It's for a whole year, you know, until our next eclipses. All these eclipses are going to be working with these energies. That Taurus energy, which is that earth energy, and then we got that Libra energy, which is justice, fairness, close partnerships, relationships, because Libra rules the house of close partnerships, relationships. It's, yeah, it's really big stuff, you guys. Let's look here. Here we go. Goddess of space and infinite possibilities, letting you know that there is many, many possibilities here. And it says, create space, or no, excuse me, you've learned the art of creating space and are experiencing the cosmos that exists inside of you. Bhuvaneshwari comes to you in deep meditation, in profound nature, in oceans, and in silence. This is finding that stillness. Something's going to come in here and it guides you into a deeper state and an understanding with the cosmos. into the cosmic web of potentials that exist for you in the present moment. Presence was a big one with the last reading, Sagittarius. So you may have Capricorn and Sagittarius in your chart. Or these are just talking about our house placements, and look at what's going on in that placement, that house. And Capricorn rules that 10th house. So see what planets you got going on in that 10th house. So it says, know that you are not just part of the earth, but the earth is also a part of you, and you are lovingly held by her presence. I love that. Okay, so let's go ahead and read that Spiral Oracle card that came out, Conscious. Here we go. I am face to face with myself. Am I conscious about what is running through my mind? Do I truly realize the words coming out of my mouth? Can I observe the character I have become and be at peace with my actions? This is really going deep and needing to be called to take control, spiritual power over your life, over your words, over your actions, and over your path. There are shadows within me. I integrate and illuminate them day by day, because there in the darkness is where the most sought after treasure is hidden. Those unconscious masks only damage me. My own shadow has caused me hard times, leaving my heart and my mind blind to see the most beautiful things of life. Yes, have you not accepted something, or have you been more harshly judgmental about something? And this is a shadow aspect of yourself you need to look at that's not allowing you to see the beauty in something. Maybe a beauty in a relationship, maybe a beauty in a situation that's happening in your life right now, for whoever this is resonating with. I have been contaminated, and no one is responsible but me. And that's this cup too. This is this fresh cup of replenishment. It's getting rid of the contamination, maybe of what your idea of security is, what's keeping you feeling boxed in or secure. And maybe it's time to invest yourself in something fresh here, a fresh, and we never get rid of, completely get rid of. We transmute our shadows. We transmute our fears into strengths, because we're like, okay, if I'm not going to fear it, I got to face it. If I'm not going to, if I'm going to try to run or avoid or numb, I need to figure out a healthy way to understand and deal with all of my emotions, with all of my thoughts, and have it align in my heart. I can't let my head get away from me. I can't let my heart get totally carried away either, or my fantasies, my dreams, even though it's great to dream big, and it's great to have, I'm a dreamer, you guys, I have big dreams, but realistically, you gotta ground that stuff. You gotta ground it in the reality. And if there's stuff around that's not matching up to those dreams and those realities you want in your life, you gotta leave it. You gotta leave it behind. You gotta leave it, let it go. I am getting that. It says it's time to come clean, empty, accept and forgive yourself. And it says myself. So it says, I understand that not only do I have my stories, but that I embody them and have become them. Let something go here. Accept something. Maybe it's something you've done in your past. Maybe it's something you've dealt with. Maybe it's something you need to just release, because it's causing a lot of shadow and doubt about your maybe your self-worth, maybe or there's something you need to speak about or come clean about. That's also in here. It says, but I will embody that I have embodied them and then become them. Integrate. So trying to integrate shadow with, and I would say it's our deep selves. Integrate. Shadow's not bad, you guys. It's just the stuff. It can be, if we aren't aware it's there, and we just unconsciously act out on our emotions, our thoughts, and we don't give anything clear reflection about before we take action on anything, we can get very lost in that, the shadows. We get lost in the dark. Excuse me. But it says, I accept, I take over, I take responsibility for my actions. I open up the darkness by incorporating it as it was, as it is. I leave behind the judgments about me. I am grateful for this opportunity, and I embrace what I choose to be now. Not letting the past hold you back here, guys, whether this is something somebody in your life you've experienced in a situation or a relationship, maybe a soulmate relationship, or yourself. And something you need to definitely leave behind here. And realize what you are today, not what you were, not what you have been. These have all been catalysts to grow you, to transform you, to make you realize what you don't want in your life and what you do. Let's get a little one of these here. Ooh, almost dropped that whole thing. We got purposeful action, intentions, taking purposeful action towards your assertive, focused direction, overcoming obstacles. There could be an obstacle you're facing right now. Assert yourself, forward movement. Whatever this is, I feel like it's something you want to move forward with and you want to surrender to, you want to accept. Whether this is continuing, soulmates right under that too. It's because we got calm, surrender, forward movement, and soulmates. It could be a relationship. Maybe it's taking a break. Maybe it's you want it to come back together. Maybe you need to accept something about that soulmate or that the kind of reflective quality and that kind of interaction you have with that person or in what it's taught you, and see the beauty in it, not just the ugliness that's keeping you stuck from seeing the light and seeing the bigger picture of what's been learned, what's been grown from. There's a really strong energy here. So let's go ahead and get a Kali card, you guys, and that'll wrap up your guys' reading. So I hope you all are doing well. Thanks for waiting for your video. Like I said, I've been taking these slow. This energy is moving really fast, it feels like. But so maybe that causes me to try to move slower because I don't want to get swept away in that will either. It's like staying centered, grounded. And this help walking and stuff like that helps a lot, you guys. Just self-care helps a lot. Nourishing your body, your mind in healthy ways. Honoring that, you know, not everything can get done overnight or in a minute or in a day. There's a process happening here. Right now it feels very towery. I think for a lot of people, I've been getting that. But it's okay because it's going to rebuild something from a much more stable and conscious foundation. The foundations we've had for ourselves up to this point, you guys, have been unstable because we were not conscious, fully conscious and aware of the foundation we were building. We might have built a faulty foundation, a faulty sense of self, a faulty dream, a faulty reality. Now stuff's getting real. And I'm feeling that, you know, it's like, no, this isn't what I want. Or yeah, this is what I want in my life. I'm going to make it happen. I will make it happen. And let the old crumble, let the old go. It's time to move on into new. And this is like kind of like the death card, it feels like. But there's also this feeling of that clarity too. It says, in unusually challenging situations, the ways we have supported ourselves during more ordinary times are insufficient. So this is beyond like your normal, like that's, and I've been feeling that too. It's like the normal things that I used to like do like during, and some energies just require this extra attention. But like maybe before I'd be able to just sit down, you know, have a nice cold glass of water, maybe do a reading, maybe listen to some music, and that would be sufficient. That would help me during times. It's just not, it's not enough right now. You need to go that extra mile. You need to walk that extra bit. You need to get out and take that extra effort for yourself, take that extra shower, take that extra love for yourself, and really, really keep your cup full right now because good things are coming in. But we can't let ourselves fall apart while the old's crumpling because new wants to grow. That's another message I'm getting. It says we need to be open to divine inspiration, protection, and proceeding in new ways, doing something really different. Changing your routine, changing a daily habit, maybe not doing something you're used to doing to comfort yourself in hard times or times when it's hard to accept things. Here is a portent of unexpected success. Even if everything appears to be going against you, the tide shall turn through divine grace. I love that. So that's kind of what I'm feeling like. Even though it may feel like, ooh, there's no way this can be good. Yes, have trust that everything is good. Everything is good. God's for us, not against us. We just need to be for the process and for the growth and for the love. And all this will come into alignment in a much more calm, cool, collected way. It's just very, very hard during these times, you guys. It's so rough. The energy's rough. Sometimes we need to let things go that we don't want to let go. We may be feeling forced to kind of like have our boundaries, strong boundaries, maybe to help others grow. There's so many dynamics going on right now where everybody's learning from each other. And if we just see this as, okay, like especially in like this reading, it was about, there was that about the relationship, twin flame, soulmate. what has happened and what has grown from this. What is the beauty in it? You know, and really just accepting that there's good in something, or accepting that you know, something just isn't the way you envisioned it, like that faulty foundation, and maybe it's becoming something totally different than what you imagined. That's okay. That's a really strong message through all these readings. So Capricorn, or whoever this resonated with, I hope it helped you. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming, watching your readings, sticking around. I know my videos are a little longer, but I appreciate you guys, and I hope you're staying well and taking care of yourself during this time. And as always, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.